Hello everyone, it's Ripcord, and the teams for MCC 20 have been announced. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you my honest predictions on who I think is going to win the event. And I'm just really glad to have MCC back. So let's get right into it. However, also, only a very small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed. So consider subscribing because it's free and it makes my day. First up, we got the Red Rabbits with Nikachu, Sapnap, CPK, and Eret. This team being really good. Sapnap definitely is the ringleader, and Eret, CPK, and Nikachu are actually pretty good supporting pieces, but I don't think this team is strong enough to get to Dodgeball, but I could definitely see Sapnap and maybe CPK actually standing up and stepping up and becoming like a good secondary player for this team. And Nikachu and Eret are definitely good role players, so I could see this team doing pretty decent, probably around 6th, maybe 7th place. Yeah, I don't think they're that high, but they're not terrible. Alright, so next up we got the Orange Ocelots with Captain Puffy, Elena Xe, I don't know how to say her name, Puns, and Purpled. Now, right off the bat, we have 2 new players, in Purpled and Elena, I think that's how you say it, Xe. And Purpled is definitely a really good player. I don't really know much about Elena Xe, but I guess she's probably gonna be maybe around the same kind of like skill basis like Gumi when she first joined. But Gumi's definitely got better, so she's probably around that kind of skill base. But anyways, Purple's pretty good. I don't know how good he is at MCC, but I think he would fit pretty well with this team. Him and Puns definitely would make a pretty strong duo. I think him and Puns could definitely make a really one of the better PvP duos in this MCC. But I think Purple's gonna struggle a little bit with games like Build Mart, but I could be totally wrong, so we don't know. And Captain Puffy is definitely also going to help. She's a really good role player, actually, like we saw with the MCC 6, I think, Blue Bats. She's a really good role player on that team, so I think she could do really good on this team. And yeah, this team's pretty decent. I could see them going, just with Puns and Purple, I could probably see them going 4th, maybe 5th, like probably 4th. No, probably 5th, actually. Yeah, 5th. Next up, we got the Yellow Yaks, which are one of the stronger teams in the event, consisting of Illumina, Rendog, SB, and False Symmetry. Now, right off the bat, Illumina and Rendog and False Symmetry are 2 really good key players in a lot of teams, like we saw in the MCC 9 Blue Bats. They're usually always a pair together on MCC teams, and I think they make a decent pair. So with them being on the team, they definitely need 2 other strong players, and 2 other strong players did they get? They got Illumina and SB. Now, SB is known as the grinder. He kind of practices a lot on the MCC practice server, and he's pretty good at a lot of stuff. Build Mart's one of his specialties, and I think he's decent at Ace Race. And Illumina, we all know he's a really good all-around MCC player, really good at the PvP games. SB's decent at the PvP games, but not as good as Illumina is. So right now, I could see this team getting definitely top 5, probably 4th or 3rd, or kind of. I definitely think this team is better than the first 2. And with the other teams in this event, I could definitely see this team going decently far, probably 4th place, if I'm gonna be honest. Next up, we got the Lime Llamas, consisting of Shovel, Tapel, Tubbo, and Wilbur. Now, right off the bat, I think this team is definitely a top 3 team. You have Tubbo and Wilbur, who are both pretty good at their games that they specialize in. I think Tubbo specializes mostly in, I'd probably say, Grid Runners or Sky Battle. And then Wilbur's actually pretty good Sky Battle. I would definitely say he's better though at Ace Race or Build Mart. And then we have Tapao, who's really good at Sky Battle, survival games, and any other game that really deals with PvP or any kind of movement. So I guess you'd be also pretty decent at to get to the other side. And then you have Shovel, who's one of the most classic MCC players because she's won so many times with Smager, and she's always either teams with Smager or Wilbur. I think she's always teamed with either Smager or Wilbur. And so on this team, I could see them doing really well. I definitely think Tapel or Wilbur would be the team leader, probably Tapel. And yeah, this team's just a really decent overall team, and I could probably see them getting 3rd. I think this team's a little bit better than the old Yaks, just by a little bit, though. Next up, we got the Green Geckos with Captain Sparkles, Filza, Rambo, and Smager. Now, this is another actually pretty good team. Captain Sparkles can actually go to Dodgeball for once and break the captain's curse and actually win it. So there's a chance. Is there a high chance? Yes. But with the other teams in this event, I don't think there's a really, really high chance. So I don't know. This seems weird because they could either go top 3 or they could go. I don't know. I'd probably put this team in second right now. Yeah, I think they'd be a strong second. Next up, we have the Cyan Coyotes with Good Times with Scar, In the Littlewood, Pizza Hut, and Rye Guy Rocky. Now, right at the beginning, we actually have a new player in MCC, Scar, aka Good Times with Scar. So I think he's from Hermitcraft. I'm like 99% sure. Yeah, he's definitely from Hermitcraft. Scar's actually pretty good at most things. In Minecraft, but I would say he definitely has some experience to gain because it's MCC and literally anything can happen. But I do think this team's one of the bottom 5 teams. I probably think this team's 8th or 9th, to be honest. It's not that strong. I mean, there is Pizza Hut, and Martin's pretty good, and Rye Guy is probably one of the best legends at dodgeball because he's really good at making shots and has really good accuracy. But besides that, I don't see this team going far, and yeah, it's probably 8th or 9th. Alright, so next up we got the Aqua Axolotis with 5-up, Antfrost, Gemini Tay, and H-Bomb. Now, first up, H-Bomb, I think, has a lot of good chemistry with a lot of MCC players because he's played with a ton of people. And I think he has chemistry with most people here except for Antfrost. I don't know if he's played with Antfrost before. But other than that, I think this team could be decently good, but I don't think they're going to be that good against the competition. So I'm probably going to have to rank them pretty low, probably around 6th, 7th. I don't know. My rankings may change a little bit in this video, but I'm going to put them around 6th or 7th. I know I've put other teams there, but I think this team is not that good, even though a lot of people would say they're good. I think a couple teams are actually a little bit better than them. But other than that, this team's decently good. Next up, we have the Blue Bats with Orion Sound, Quig, TBNR Frags, and Awesome Dude. Now, first up, I'm actually really psyched that Preston's back in MCC because he's one of my favorite MCC players, so really psyched to see that. And also, I'm really glad that he's teaming back up with Quig because him and Quig are actually pretty good friends. And Orion Sound is actually a decently good player. He's actually way better than he's given credit for. And Awesome Dude's also decently good. So I could see this team going pretty far. And yeah, decently good team. Where would I rank them? Probably in the bottom 5, probably around 9th. I don't know. I'm kind of lowballing them a little bit, but I just don't think they're that good. But you can argue with me down in the comment section down below because my rankings are probably way different than your guys's. Next up, we got the Purple Pandas with Karakarovis, Curtsy, Ponk, and Sneak Snag. Now, right off the bat, I don't think this team's that strong, and I'm probably going to put them in last place. Like, I really could see this team going in last place. Sneak is actually a really good player. He's been improving a lot, even though he's barely played in MCC. Ponk, I don't think he's that good, but that's just really because he doesn't play Minecraft that much, but I think he could really improve if he was on the practice server a lot. Curtsy is always good at MCC, as we know, and Kara has just always been a really good role player in a lot of teams, considering she was one of the people who won the first MCC. So yeah, I could see this team doing decently well. Or, sorry, not decently well. I could see this team doing okay in some games, but most of the games they're probably just going to be really bad at, and they're probably going to get last place, to be honest. Alright, and last but certainly not least, we have the Pink Parrots with Connor Eats Pants, Jack Manifold, Tommy Innit, and Fruitberries. Now, this is probably my favorite team, not just because I really like Fruitberries and Tommy, but I think Jack and Connor will also be really funny. I can see this team being absolutely hilarious in the event, and so I think this team would be pretty decent. But I don't think they're going to be really great. This team will probably be hilarious to watch, though. Can't wait for that chemistry because Fruit and Tommy really haven't spoken that much in MCC or at all together. So it's going to be really fun to see what they have with their conversations and their jokes, and it's going to be really funny to watch. Can't wait for the event. I just hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe to my channel because I'd really appreciate it. And hope you guys are enjoyed and hyped for MCC 20. Anyways, it's been Ripcord. Peace.